What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition.
This is the what?
Of the journey, the 10th.
Really?
The 10th of the Journey to Success podcast. Man, it's crazy, man. Getting you on here is like catching Santa coming down the chimney, bro. like this is my co-host, right, Mr. Wolf, whatever you want to call him. But catching up my man on the podcast lately, the last couple episodes, my man been incognito. Man. That's huge, man. That's huge. Like that's actually kind of what we're gonna be talking about today. Before we dive into that, though, guys, I'm your host, Mr. Some call me Mr. Clean. some call me the Master for one. No, but I'm your host, Mr. Destry Brandon. This is my guy, Mr. Wolf. Mr. Brayline, whatever you want to call this man, right? This is my co-host. This is the brains behind the operation sometimes, sometimes. Let's just say sometimes. All right, but like y'all know, man, we do this podcast, guys, not because we're already on the mountain, right? Not because we're already this big mogul or something, right? We do this podcast, guys, because I know we're climbing with you. And it's a struggle climbing. Like, we've been in the game for about a year now. And it's a struggle just on the year tip. Not even a year yet, in August. But pretty much in December for you when you came. So it's like, man, it's a crazy world. And as we learning it, as we bumping our heads, we want to give it to you so you can avoid some of those head bumps. Right? We want to talk about some of the things that you can relate to as a person who may be starting a business, or a person who may be going through college, or whatever it is. Whatever phase you're going through in life. You just graduated high school. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we're just trying to maybe give you some things, give you some gems, give you some of our failures, give you some of our lessons that we learned, some ways you can avoid some things. Yeah, man. Yeah, because I truly believe, man, I say this to the students all the time, that I feel like in order for your future to be bright, you gotta learn from the darkness of other people's past.
You gotta fall.
You gotta learn from the darkness of other people's past in some kind of way. Some of the things that you learn on the way, I've avoided some head bumps. You know what I'm saying? Because you learn from them. So guys, as you know, if you listen to this podcast, if you watch this podcast, guys, you know that we got a segment called You Know What's Crazy. And this one's on a little bit more of a serious tip. I use this a little joking, but this one's like, you know what's crazy, man? Life can really take a turn in a split second.
That's very true.
Life can literally take a turn at it. Like, I promise you can be doing swell. I'm talking about, like, we were just talking about school. I'm talking about killing it at school. Next thing you know, you get a financial notice saying, yo, you don't got no more money for school. Or you get a financial notice like, yo, you got audited, you missed a little piece of something, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, both of us, we was at the height of our college careers.
Yeah, years, baby.
Going ham. I'm making something I never made in my life. 3.0s. And then here come the financial part of it. Like, yo, you took too many classes. Now, how you take too many? I don't know. Right? But life can literally turn in a split second, guys. And I just want to, man, give them something, man, because somebody's going through something right now.
I'm going to step away from the scholastic part, man. Life, you can attest, my cousin just got killed.
Yeah, that's something I can relate to. I just had a family member.
Yeah, same deal.
Same situation.
I literally just spoke to this man a few weeks ago about our scholarship we were handing out. Right. 2 days later, finito.
That quick. So how do you?
That quick.
This is what's crazy. How do you maybe adjust? But how do you stay prepared for that?
You don't.
How do you stay ready for that?
You can't.
Is there anything that you do that when it hits that you just don't fall apart?
You can't prepare. How do you prepare for something that you don't even know is gonna happen?
Right.
Somebody might die. Like look at it this way. Like, your mom's is gonna die.
Right. Eventually. But
that don't mean it's gonna. Ain't no way you can prepare.
You can't prepare for moms. Like, you just
prepare for moms. So there's nothing like, oh my God,
Right.
Prepare for the worst, expect the worst. I don't know how to get around it. You just got to take it as it comes.
You got to, yep. You got that. You right, man. You got to take it as it comes. I think the best thing that you can do to prepare for it is do what's hard already. Okay. Because if you get in the habit of doing what's hard, when hard things come, it's kind of like,
I feel you.
Yo, I mean, I'm still crying. I'm still hurt. I'm still like beat down by this. But it won't break me because I've already put myself through so much battle testing.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the one reason why I really stay working out, man. Because it's like working out is more mental for me than it is anything else. It's more about being battle tested. If I could put 400 pounds on my back and squat it, I mean, when life slapped me, I should be able to take that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna shed. I still shed tears. You know, I still go through my struggle. I still have my doubts. I still deal with uncertainty, which we're gonna talk about on this podcast today. Because uncertainty is a big thing, man. A lot of people, like, we don't really know what's coming around the corner.
True.
You could be at the height. We seen people. We seen businesses. We seen millionaires, billionaires. We seen people literally be at the top of their game and then fall. At a split second. One problem happened. Next thing you know, they got a drug addiction or something crazy. I don't know. But in a split second, life can change just like that, man. So how do we? Like I said, there's no really way to prepare for those things besides, like I said, maybe doing what's hard. But how do we shift our mindsets to accept and embrace uncertainty, if that makes sense? You know,
Control.
Man, that dude, I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. That is the best advice you could possibly give somebody in life, period. Like, if there's only one truth that I can leave for my son and my daughter, control what you can control. It sounds so cliche now, it sounds so regular now, but that is so deep, man. Controlling.
If you put it on them, think about how many things in your life now that you're probably stressed about, worrying about, crying about, and then think about how much actual control you personally have in that.
And you will find out.
Probably change. You probably have 0 to none.
Right, and for some, but okay, let me play devil's advocate right there. For some people, they can't accept that.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
I struggle with it.
I struggled with that for a long time. How do you get over that hump?
You don't. You just got to fight through it. You have to
You literally have to get to a point of serenity.
You're right. You have to.
You literally have to get to a point.
You got to break, man, to be like, yo.
To just let it go.
When you done.
I think that's true, man.
Coach, man.
What you just said.
When you done bumping your head against this wall, man, then what? When you done hitting this wall and find out, hey, you can't go through it.
What are you gonna do?
Find a door.
Yeah, man. That's honestly what you just said. Really, just. I think a lot of times we overlook the lessons and the muscle we build from being knocked down by life.
Yeah.
Like literally having no other option, because really having no other option puts you in a place where you get to see who you really are. It puts you in a place like, yo, how do I react? Like in that situation in 2013, I could have just folded. When I didn't have food in the fridge, when I had to live in the grandparents' attic, I could have just folded.
What's that? We talked about this. You gonna be a diamond or you gonna dust?
Yep. You gonna be a diamond or you gonna man, for the new listeners, give them that one more time, man.
How's a diamond created? When you put a piece of coal under immense pressure.
Right.
And so during this process, a lot of things just don't happen, and at the end, either that coal is gonna crumble.
Yep.
Or you're gonna become a beautiful diamond. You're gonna
man.
And if you having trouble understanding this, you are the coal. Life is the pressure.
Right. Oh.
You know, your situation is the pressure. Your circumstances.
You got to snap for that. That's poetic.
Everything you're being put under is pressure.
Right.
And so either you can fight it.
Yep.
And come out on the end a diamond.
Right.
Or you can crumble.
Yeah.
And again, I want you to understand that whatever the outcome, it's on you. It's on you.
It's a choice. It's a decision.
Yeah, make your mind up.
And that's when we go back to control. Because once I realized, like, yo, I literally can't do nothing about this, but I can work on me. I literally can't do nothing. Like, I can't fix this right now. Like, I can't bring my cousin back. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this. Even though, like, for some people, it'll rack your brain. It will make you go into depression.
You think, like, what could have I done? Nothing.
The only thing that you can do literally is work on you.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that you can do. That's the only thing you can control. Like when I go to talk to the students, man, you saw the slides.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about literally, and every time I have this conversation, it diminishes. I say 70-30. 70% of your life you can't control. I'm starting to lean towards 80, maybe 90 that you can't control. The only thing you can't control is you.
That 10 to 20% is crucial though.
Right. It's crucial because championships are won in that 10%.
Yeah.
Life changes are happening in their life in that 10%.
My coach used
Weight loss is happening in that 10%.
Most matches are won and lost in the last 30 seconds.
That's true.
match.
If you ever watched a wrestling match, you know that's true.
Matches are won and lost.
You could be murdering somebody and get pinned in that last 30 seconds or something. You know, man, that's true, man. And man, that's deep because, like I said, it's something that we overlook. How much control we absolutely have in that 10. Like, you don't understand that 10 is a strong 10. Like, that 10 is not even like
10.
The 9. Like, I put like this: the 90 don't even matter.
No, it doesn't. Because
you can't do nothing about it. Like, literally, the 90 is in either somebody else's hands or it's just the way of nature happening around you.
It's
way life happening around you.
Like, everybody deals with this 90, 80%, whatever it is. Everybody deals with it.
Right.
Theirs might be different, but everybody's still dealing with it.
Absolutely.
Nobody's struggle or victories are better or worse than anyone else's because we all have our own battles.
You're right, man.
So
you're right.
Get to the topic. Let's run it into that. So,
uncertainty.
How are we uncertain about what we can't control? How do we become certain about what we can control?
Man, I think for me to answer that question, I got to break this thing down for you real quick, right? So, especially being an entrepreneur, if you're if you're trying to build a business or you're trying to create a product, you understand this. This whole journey is about uncertainty.
Yeah.
Like, we have a vision and we have faith. But on the outside, control, on the outside, it doesn't look like nothing. You see what I'm saying? For somebody stepping, like, we see the mount, we see it. Like, we see the impact. We see what we want to do in the future. But on the outside, it looks like nothing. And sometimes you can wake up to that nothing. You see what I'm saying? So for me, okay, I'm on military orders right now to October 13th.
True.
The business has not gotten to a point, even though we're making a little bit of funds now, the business has not gotten to a point where I can just do this solely.
You can sustain yourself.
So uncertainty kicks in when it's saying, what are you going to do after October 13th? And here's what I really want you guys to understand, because a lot of you are putting unnecessary stress on yourself. It's okay not to know.
That's true.
What's coming next? Now here's the thing, plan. But you don't know. That's the thing about that's the gift of uncertainty. It's actually a gift because you don't know what comes next. You don't know. The breakthrough might, for all I know, bro, the breakthrough might be on October 14th. We might get a speaking engagement worth, I don't know, you know, I don't know what can happen between there and there. And here's what's crazy, because a lot of times at that moment when you're the most uncertain, it's like people come around you and start asking you questions. Family members at the barbecue yesterday, you know, July 4th, what are you going to do? You got a house now. Like, you're doing this, you're doing that. What are you going to do? I don't know. And that's the honest truth. And I don't have to know. As long as I have a plan. Now, I'm not going about this thing ignorant.
Yeah. You can't
I have a plan. But nothing ever goes as a plan. How many times have you set a plan and it actually went just like it was supposed to? We planned to do this podcast. It didn't even go how it was supposed to. You ran into some traffic.
We're supposed to hit this podcast a week ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we ran into some turbulence, you know, some different things going on. Have a plan. Don't get me wrong. Have a plan. But don't be so set on that plan that when things don't go the way as planned, that it just knocks you out the game. Uncertainty is actually a gift because you don't know. Like, we say we're going to be here by this time. In a year, we're going to be here. It might be 6 months. It might be 2 years. We don't know. And there's beauty in that. It's beauty in not knowing, man, because, man, it's crazy, man, because I thought about this. I'm like, thank God that you can't see your blessings before they come. I'm thankful for that, bro. And here's why.
I'm about to say, tell me
because
why.
if you can see the blessing, maybe you don't.
If you can see it?
Hey, I like that question. But here's the thing. I say thank God that you can't see the blessing, because the character that you develop in working for that blessing and pressing towards that blessing is tremendous.
Okay.
Because you don't know what's coming. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you know what's coming, it comes different. Like, if I know that you're gonna hand me $15,000 on October 14th, I might chill right now. I might chill till October 14th.
Why work for it?
Why go hard? Why become a better person because of it? Why go through the struggle if I know? Why put myself through mental struggle? Why become stronger? Why even fight if I know that?
It's coming.
Yeah. So I honestly believe, like, thank God that I can't see the blessing, so I can't jack it up, or so I can become the person who can get the next blessing after that. Because I believe, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I just believe that blessings come in like rotations. So you plant a seed, then it sprouts later, and then it comes back to you. So something that we did maybe a year and a half ago, given, it might just now be manifesting and coming towards us. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But thank God I can't see it. You know what I'm saying? Because we might mess it up. If we knew that somebody might say, hey, I want you to do this whole conference, blah, 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 we might not do certain things. We might just wake up every day and just work toward that. We might not produce the book because we're going to be like, hey, let's work on this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I just believe that uncertainty can be a gift at times, man. And somebody right now listening to this podcast, somebody right now watching us on YouTube or the website, destryempowers.com. Just let me plug that in.
Somebody reading the book.
Right, somebody reading the book, get back up. And we're going to talk about this in a minute. But, like, seriously, somebody's paying attention to this right now in some form or fashion. And I believe that everybody deals with uncertainty.
Everybody.
I believe everybody, like somebody right now may have just lost their job. Somebody right now may be looking for that next job or that next blessing, and you don't know that it's coming, but it's coming.
That's true.
I believe that it's coming. I'm speaking that into over your life and into your life. It's coming.
It is.
But you got to embrace that uncertainty, man. And I believe that the best way to embrace it is to have faith. I believe the only way to really channel out uncertainty is faith. It's having faith. Saying that I am, on October whatever, I am going to have something. There's something going to be there. I don't believe, and I'm a man of faith, I believe that everything that happens works out in my favor. No matter how bad, no matter how egregious it is, I believe in some form or fashion, it works out in my favor. I truly believe that. What do you think of that? In some form or fashion. In some form, like if you think about it to the smallest molecule.
You can have that mindset. I think, okay, so that to say, like, even if things work against you, okay, that was a test. That was your
yeah.
So I guess
it just works in your favor.
I guess it can look like
and when you think of that, man, life becomes,
because like everything happens for, I believe,
happen for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
Right. So when you think in the mindset of everything is happening for you and not against you, it's really hard for you to really get to a state of where you're depressed, or a state where you feel like life's out to get you, or this and this is happening in your life, or any of that. It's hard to.
It's all you. It's in your mind that everything is gonna work out either way.
Right, man. This guy named Travis Green
like
got this song called "Intentional," right? And it was like, basically saying all things are working for my good, because God's intentional. Like everything He does, He has an intent for it, even though it sucks. You don't understand what's going on. Like I didn't understand why I got that phone call when my cousin got passed away. I didn't understand it. Yeah. But I tell you this, I don't know how many people have been blessed by his story. After I told, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how many people have given up street life because of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I just believe that. I believe if I keep that type of mindset, man, and that's the champion mindset, that's the get back up mentality, it's saying like, yo, everything, even the bad stuff, even the terrible stuff, works out for my good.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to think like that sometimes.
It takes a bit,
but it takes intentionality.
You gotta be kind. Yeah, okay.
It's a choice.
I got you.
Like even I had, and sometimes you gotta give yourself a pep talk. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta tell yourself like, yo, you don't see this, because when you in it, you're blinded, bro. It's like having mud in your eyes. You can't see that this works out. Like you thinking to yourself, how does this work out? Like I just lost somebody near and dear to me, you know, something of that nature. How did this work out? But when you had that mindset, you'll start to see it. I think
you got to come out of it a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely got to come out of it, because at certain points, man, it feels like you ain't trying to hear that.
Well, yeah,
you ain't trying to feel that. Like
you gotta give yourself some time, and you might take a step back and be objective about your life, you know what I mean? And it's actually pretty hard to do. It's hard to.
I think it takes years.
Like you, somebody. Yeah, you might. Yeah.
And sometimes it takes you to reflect. This is what I've done. What I've learned to do. I reflect on all the bad times I've had.
I agree.
And I say, okay, this was an L, but there was 10 W's that came after that. Because of that L. Like, if 2013 never happened, bro, I don't even know we'd be able to speak, because we have no story. You know what I'm saying? Like how many victories have we had from that story alone? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a major part of my story as a speaker, as an author, as a whatever. I don't think this book happens without that. This whole book came from that struggle.
Yeah.
I named the book "Get Back Up" because I had to get back up. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole
talk, man. Yeah.
It came from that struggle. So it's crazy, but when you think about it, man, I just truly believe that everything works out in my favor. Eventually.
And
It's hard.
I can see that. It's hard to think of it, but
It's hard.
I can see that. You gotta have like a crazy outlook on things to be like, you know what? I know this is happening, but
it takes so much time to get there, man.
Think you might, like you said, it might take a year, some time, even after whatever happens, to be like, yo, you know what? They did help me.
Right.
Like, see, I'm looking at stuff now stuff I've been through in the past that's mentally or mentally, physically, emotionally prepared me for stuff that I'm dealing with now.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, you 5 years ago may not have been able to take this situation.
Oh, definitely not.
You 5 years ago, you might have went to a state of depression. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Uncertainty. So it all works out in your favor, man. But see, for me, like, and this is just my opinion, this is something that we talk about control. This is something that only you could do for yourself.
True.
Because no friend, no sibling, no family, no mom, no dad,
nobody,
no religion can even do that for you. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that my relationship with God is the reason why I can think that way. Because I just believe that if He's in control, it has to work out for my good. You see what I'm saying? I just believe that. So that's just my personal opinion and belief. But once you adapt that mindset, man, what's really stopping you?
Nothing.
What bad can happen? Now, don't get me wrong. If I get struck with cancer, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, if my wife gets struck with something crazy, I don't know what I would do. But I know that as long as I have this mindset, I can find a peak of light with that type of mindset, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Like it is, bro. It is.
You can find some light in that kind of dark.
Oh,
you're a good guy, dude.
But the thing is, you have to, because you can't give up. Like if my wife, okay, I'll put it like this: if my wife comes down with something, or I come down with something, she's already feeling some type of way. She can't see her husband like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I gotta be the person like, yo, babe, we gonna get through this. You see what I'm saying? Even though I may be feeling uncertain on the inside, I gotta release that through what I believe, my faith, my being. You know, like, I have to release it through that. Sorry for the interruption. But I gotta release it through that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, like you said, man, we don't know what's around that corner, bro.
Yeah.
We can leave here today and something crazy could happen. You know? And I'm okay with that. That's one thing I've learned, man. I'm okay with whatever happens in life.
Yeah.
I don't feel like, even though the fear of going back, and I think this happens to all of us, and I know you can attest to this, the fear of going back to where you once were pushes you forward.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to go back to 2013, so I'm like in my mind creating scenarios that probably never gonna happen.
Can't go back. Forward.
Can't go back. Forward is the only way. So I don't care what it takes, but if I gotta work 10 jobs,
go to the side even.
If I gotta work 5 jobs to keep this thing afloat, I will do whatever it takes. Back then, I didn't have that mindset like that. It was mostly like, woe was me. Like, why am I here? I wasn't healthy in my body. I wasn't healthy in my mind. So it was a whole different situation back then. So, man, like what do you want to leave people with this uncertainty, man? 'Cause like I said, somebody's dealing with it.
And like you said, uncertainty is not a bad thing.
It could be an advantage if you allow it to be.
It builds, I think, perseverance, character, flexibility. Teaches you how to adjust.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
Not at all,
Accept uncertainty. Face it.
Embracing it.
Yeah.
Using it for your advantage.
Yeah.
Learning, really adapting the mindset.
Uncertainty is just that. So, yes, the situation is uncertain, but until the only way you can fix that is to take control,
right,
and make something certain.
Right.
I might be saying this a little rough.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's uncertain. It's uncertain till you understand it and you take control.
Yep.
So once you take control, the outcome is really based on you.
Right. And this is what I will leave him with, and it piggybacks off of taking control. I will leave you with what I just said a couple minutes ago. Everything is working out for your good. Whether or not that you can see it. And I'm telling you, you probably won't be able to see it. I can't see how me having to pay bills works out for my good, right? But I know that eventually down the road, somewhere there's a lesson in there. Somewhere I got stronger. Somewhere I got better. So I need you to like really hone into that. Everything that you're going through is making you better. Everything that you're going through, every setback, everything is working out for your good. And I'm telling you, I kind of hit in depth on this in my book, Get Back Up. I'm telling you guys, like this book right here, man. If I had to put it into one small phrase, it's really about using the things that are going to happen in your life to your advantage, right? Like learning how to channel those things, becoming the better you, becoming that champion that you really already are.
So like I said, if you've been following the podcast and the different topics, everything we're speaking about is in here.
Right.
Everything.
In this book, baby. In depth.
We right now, we give you 5-10 minutes. It's a quick overview.
20, 30, whatever.
But outside of that, everything we're speaking about, everything we're touching on, everything we're whatever.
Right.
Anything you may be even wondering about the topics in here.
Man.
And
I'm looking at something right now.
The email, the numbers, they're all on the website.
Just comment on the video. Comment on the video.
And we'll respond.
Man.
So until next time, be blessed.
Until next time, man. Until next time. Hold on. I want to kind of give them a little snippet. I'm feeling something right now, man. Hold on. Let me. So when we talking about uncertainty, right? Let me see. I got something for you. I know it. I got something special for you. Hold on. So when I talk about, what was he talking about? Uncertainty, right? How bad do you want it? Good thing we got, good thing we can do a little editing here. You know? But this is important, man. I want to kind of give somebody something. Let me see. Okay. It's almost like trying to find the scripture in church. You say this and you don't really know where it's at in the book.
Go to Elijah Ephesians verse
31. And you didn't went to the front of the book. That's Genesis, brother. Sorry. Man. Alright, so this is real simple. This is a principle that we all can take away. This is the principle that I put in chapter 2, right? The power of second chances. The power of second chances. Right now, this deals with uncertainty. Because, okay, let me see. Because, let's say you fail. Or let's say you're in a place where you really don't know how the outcome is going to change. It's okay to allow yourself to restart. It's okay to allow yourself to kind of like sit back and regroup. Because a lot of times when we dealing with uncertainty, man, we're not really focusing or thinking about what comes next. Like, what's on the back end of this? You see what I'm saying? So it's like the power of second chances, guys.
That's like what you're going through now.
Yeah.
School shit.
I got to give myself a second chance. Like, even though, I had this setback, okay, find where the blessing is in this. And then give yourself a second start to this thing. Like give yourself a second start. And that's okay, man. Like I said, maybe you just took a major test and failed it. Second chance. I heard a speaker say, Lisa Nichols. He says, give yourself 999 chances.
Okay.
And then start back at 1.
So just keep trying till you get it.
Give yourself Now, this ain't talking about being lazy and just letting stuff go by the wayside. We talking about you tried your hardest and you failed. Give yourself a second chance, man. Get back in the game. Get back up. And that deals with uncertainty, man, because we don't know if a win is coming. But it's okay to give ourselves that second chance in order to get that win. So we're going to end it right here, baby. Tune in for the next episode of the Journey to Success podcast, guys. I kind of, and we're learning this on the way. This is why it's called a journey. I'm kind of thinking that we should drop this on Wednesday. And we live with this thing right now. Today? But I'm thinking we should drop, no, I'm saying on Wednesdays.
Oh, okay.
I might drop this one tomorrow since we kind of, kind of missed a week due to some things, but we ain't going to make no excuses. I think we should do Wednesday, man, because it's like getting them over that hump.
Okay.
Of the week. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So maybe we're gonna be dropping this mug on Wednesdays from now on, baby. We'll make a executive decision. But be blessed, guys. I promise. Like, we gonna come back next week, and we just want to see you win, man.
Yes, sir.
Like, we doing this out not just the kindness of our hearts, but really in a mindset of servitude. You know what I'm saying? We really trying to help you on this journey because it's tough. So, man, till next time.
Next time.